I feel like I followed the freaking roadmap that we're all told like it's gonna work. You know what I mean? It's your fault. It's your fault. Like, there's a drought on accountability, bro. And hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, not me being back on YouTube. Oh my gosh, it's literally been 3, almost 4 months since I posted a video. I just wanted to get on here because I've been wanting to record. I've been wanting to kind of drop a couple of my gems. So much has happened. Well, I don't want to say so much has happened, but quite a few things have happened in the last few months. No, it's been more than that. Hold on. Okay, like 6 or so months, 6, 7 months. Yeah, and I've had to do a lot of learning, a lot of just kind of rolling with the punches, and it's been kind of like a roller coaster. So I wanted to kind of come on here and kind of talk about what I went through and kind of give some, I guess, like some insight, some advice, and kind of talk about some things that I've learned, because you just never know who could benefit from, you know, knowing your story. Because I know I felt really alone for a moment. So, quick backstory. So, I got my first big job in January of 2024. My big marketing job. I was so freaking excited, and I like, once I had my mindset on something, it's a wrap. Like, it has to happen. And yeah, so I found out that I had got the job, and before I even had my first day, before I even knew what the freak my office space looked like, bitch, I was like, I'm getting an apartment, I'm getting a dog, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because like my bigger job, yes, shit finna change. I'm ready, okay? And I did my big one, bitch. I did the most. I decided I was gonna move like 2 months before I actually moved. I literally had $60 in my savings when I decided I was gonna move. Like, girl, what is the rush? But whatever. I had like $60. I was like, I need to get a second job. I'm about to grind it out because I'm getting my own place. I don't give no fuck. I'm getting my place. Like, can't nobody tell me nothing. And that's what I did. I got my place and everything. Fast forward 2 months. Girl, they fired me. The job was done. Over. Finito. Okay? So now here I am. Dog, car, apartment, big bills, honey, and no job. And then, so I'm immediately start applying because I'm like, you know, I have experience out the ass, you know what I'm saying? I did my thing all through college just for this purpose. Like, I want to be able to get a job. Applying. Nothing. Even, I'm working now, I have 2 jobs now, and I've probably only had maybe like 10 interviews. Like, the job market sucked ass, okay? So I'm applying. Nothing is coming through. It's really stressful. I'm racking up credit card debt because I don't have a job. And I was applying to like regular shit, wasn't getting anything. And I had jobs telling me straight up, like, you're overqualified. Bitch, I need this money. Like, no, I don't care, but who cares about being overqualified? What? I need the coin. Fast forward a couple more months, my car stopped working. Whenever life is really like beating that ass, like doing you in, just know that your car is watching and listening and paying attention. And just when you think it can't get no better, your car is just like going straight for your jugular. Like, it's, yeah. So that's what happened to me. My car just like died out of nowhere on my way to my friend's house. And I'm like, this can't be happening. No. No. This can't be real. Very much real. So now I'm out of a car and I need to get a new one. And I ended up, by the grace of God, getting approved for 2024. No down payment because I had nothing to put on a down payment. Like, there was nothing, zero. Because at this point, I hadn't worked in like 5 months. I don't even, how the freak was I making it? Oof, too much. And then, like I said, money gone. And I ended up losing my apartment. I had to break my lease and move back home. Hence the different scenery. I am in my room at my parents' house. So that just kind of gives you an idea of like the different things that had transpired. Okay. And for a while during that process, I went through a lot of like being mad, being sad, like just all of the things that you could feel. And I wasn't doing a lot of like, I was very much like, why is it happening to me? Why is it happening to me? Why is it happening to me? Not really thinking about, you know, the things that I did wrong or the things that I should have done differently. And that's where we fuck up. It's your fault. It's your fault. Like, there's a drought on accountability, bro. And I had to really lock in with me and be like, you did too fucking much, okay? Like, I had to come to terms with that and a couple of other things. So I just want to talk about the things that I learned during that whole process and kind of where I'm at now and what's next for your girl. So first of all, I realized that I learned that it's okay to it's okay to slow down. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely learned the importance of taking your time and being patient and trusting the process, because I always wanted my own place. I always wanted to feel that independence. Like, that was a really big driving force of like what was motivating me a lot in college, like being able to be out on my own and stand on my own 2 feet and not need nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when I got that job, I was like, oh, but you ain't said nothing but a word. Run me that place, run me that dog. I want all of the things, because that's what you do when you got your big girl corporate job. Like, that's what you do. The fuck? So that was my mindset. Like, I was ready to get to it, but not taking into account that anything can change. You know what I mean? Like, no job is permanent. No job is 100% permanent. You can lose your job tomorrow, but it's even less permanent when you're in your first 90 days. And I should have known better, or just move differently, because I was the first person to hold this role in the company. They had never had this role in the company, so it was kind of like working out the kinks during the time that I was there, and it just ended up not being a good fit. But knowing that, like, I should have just stayed put until I knew, like, this is a job that's really gonna work for me and somewhere that I can see myself being long term. But me being so ready to do my big one and you know, whatever. I jumped the gun. I did too much and I wasn't prepared. I didn't save up. I always said I was going to save up, you know, 3-4 times the rent just in case something happened and I needed to be able to keep myself afloat for a while. I didn't do that. Like, I didn't do the things that you're supposed to do. My excited ass couldn't wait to get out there, and I got out there and I got freaking obliterated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to take your time. You have to trust the process. When things are supposed to happen, they're supposed to happen. Sometimes when you make things happen, that's where things get a little rocky. And my boyfriend told me, and I've never actually said this to him, I don't think, because I think because when we talked about it, I was so like, no, like, that's not even, But he told me, he was like, you don't need to move out. Like, you don't need to. Like, no one is, like, telling you to leave. Like, no one is telling you, like, you need to get your own place, blah, blah, blah. And I was just so, like I said, I was so set in what I wanted. I'm like, I'm getting my place, like. So that's one thing I learned. Like, you have to take your time, and when things are supposed to happen, they will happen. But don't jump the gun, because by the grace of God, you know, I had the option to come home and, you know, kind of rebuild and regroup, but like, everybody doesn't have that. So before you make the decision to like be out here and doing all of the things, take your freaking time and make sure it's the right decision. Like, I definitely should have prayed on it more. I should have like really let it sit with me. I didn't really do that. I just kind of was like, yeah, we're just gonna do it and we gonna rock out. Fuck it. But yeah, in real life, that type of mentality sometimes can come back and really bite you in the ass. And another thing, I think that this is pretty self-explanatory, but I still kind of want to touch on it. It's just like, don't think that it can't be you. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize that that was kind of my mentality until after the fact. And I was kind of like reflecting and everything. But a part of me really didn't think that I would be in a place where my life pretty much falls apart and I gotta pick up the pieces. Like, that really wasn't something that I thought about happening to me, because I'm like, I did everything right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did good in school, went to college, I was a part of extracurriculars, I had good grades, you know what I'm saying? Like, I graduated on time, I did the internships, I felt like I followed the freaking roadmap that we're all told like it's gonna work, you know what I'm saying? And when I got my place and I, you know, got my puppy and I moved in, when I moved in, I was fully furnished for the most part. Like, I had all of the things that like I wanted. I was just like, I mean, I'm in my big girl corporate job era. Like, this is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And not even thinking about the fact that, not thinking that it could be over in an instant. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't think that it was gonna happen to me. And I think because I had that attitude, I didn't prepare properly, because I didn't think it ain't gonna happen to me. Like, I did all the shit right. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But no, don't get too comfortable. Never get too comfortable. Just to kind of piggyback off of not being too comfortable in life, but just to kind of, you know, bring it all back to the jobs and stuff like that. Do not get too comfortable in these jobs. They don't give a fuck about you. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to be, type of way, but at the end of the day, they don't care about you. Not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a great relationship with my coworkers my and the CEO as far as like personally, you know what I mean, conversation wise and things like that. But at the end of the day, like, like my attitude was good, all of that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, that doesn't matter. Like, if things aren't a good fit, they're not a good fit. You having a great personality and all of the things that you think make you you and so valuable, they don't really it's not always giving what you think it is. And learning that these jobs and, you know, places of business really don't care about you was a real eye-opener. Because prior to this, I was always like, I always thought I was going to be like a career woman. Like, I'm going to be almost like a workaholic. You know what I mean? I loved my field. I still do. I still love marketing and creating and being in those spaces. So I was like, you know, I see myself as being a workaholic, you know what I mean? Like long hours in the office and, all of the things. And I just saw myself pouring my being into my career and my profession. But seeing how quick these jobs will be like, you're here today, gone tomorrow, it really like, yeah, it shook me up because, oh wow, like you can be doing all of these things, and if they don't want you there, baby, you won't be there. Like, you really giving your all to a job is so stupid. And it sounds good, but I learned for sure that it's just not what I'm about to do. And it also showed me that, I don't want to work for someone. I'm not saying that to say like, oh, I'm not gonna keep a job because I don't want people telling me what to do. I don't do that. It never gave that, bitch. You gotta make money, okay? So I'm gonna work a job for as long as I have to work a job, but that's no longer my goal. I no longer have the goal of like climbing the corporate ladder and doing all that shit. I just really don't care. What I want to do is this. I really want to one day, I want to be a full-time YouTuber. I want to keep making content. I love shooting. That's why I kind of came up here looking any kind of way today, because I have so many, I'm gonna show y'all. I have so many things in my notes, okay? Like, it just like keeps going. I have so much in my notes because over the times that I have not been posting, I've just been like brainstorming and just thinking of different things that I want to talk about. So yeah, like I want to do this. I want to be more consistent with this. And I hope that, a year from now, this is what pays the bills. It makes me happy. I like editing. I really just love being creative. So I really enjoy YouTube, and this is what I want to do. I have a business plan drawn up for a brand that I want to launch. But I know that it takes money to make money and things like that. So, I'm back at home. I'm regrouping. I'm learning, being better with my money and things like that. And I'm taking this opportunity to get my life together and invest into my YouTube and my brand that I want to launch at some point, and just grow as a woman so that when I do finally step back out there, I'm way more calculated, way more put together, and just ready to freaking handle business, hold it down. because I didn't do that the first time. And I think that one thing that has really helped me come to terms with all of this is the fact that sometimes you have to look at what role you played in your own suffering, and I think that a lot of people lack that, and that's why they aren't able to make the adjustments that need to be made in order for them to do better. You know what I mean? And I think that was why I was kept in a certain space for a certain amount of time, because I was very like, what was me? Why is this happening to me? You know? So that's another thing I've learned and kind of want to pass on, that like sometimes that shit really is your fault, and you may not even think about it like that, but when you take a step back and look at what role you played and what things you could have did differently, it's kind of like, okay. And sometimes when you going off your own understanding and what you think is right and what you think is gonna be best for you, if that ain't in God's plan, it's just not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, consult him first every time. Because I did not. Okay? So it can get real quick. So that's definitely some advice from me. And yeah, sometimes it's your fault. Sometimes you need to go back to the drawing board and consult with the man upstairs, because that might not be what you need to be doing. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to kind of flop a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm you know, coming out of my flop era, okay? I was in my corporate girl era. I was in my flop era for a couple months. But yeah, it's all good though. We're working again. Getting back into YouTube. My relationship with my boyfriend is good. With my friends is good. My mental is a lot better. Yeah, you know, regardless of whatever, you know, I am appreciative of like my parents being like, girl, come home, bring your ass home and get yourself together. And I'm excited to see like what I do with this, with what I do with this time, and what I continue to learn. But yeah, want to create more content. I want to vlog more and show more of my life, and not like, you know, don't be disrespectful. Don't. So yeah, I want to get back in the gym because, bitch, my face is fat and I'm not a fan. So, Milo Terrell. So, yeah, that's all for today. Some things to take with you. Take your time. It's okay to be in your flop era for a little bit. You'll get it together. And sometimes it's your fault. And you need to take accountability for the things that you did or didn't do. And that's fine as long as you grow from it. And we're young. I'm 23. You know what I'm saying? And we're just rolling with the punches. But that's kind of, you know, where I've been, what I've been doing, how I've been feeling. And I am excited for the content and the success and the things like that. We're gonna manifest so fast. It is September 6th, and by my birthday, I'm gonna be monetized. Yeah. So just kind of putting that out there, and yeah. So thanks for tuning in. If you made it through this video, because I know I was kind of like all over the place. A bit more of a little more of a vulnerable video, I guess. I don't know, just kind of spilling my own beans, but yeah, hope you'll stick around, like, comment, subscribe, all the things.